The day Rachel wore her wedding gown, the hall was filled with lights, music, and the sweet scent of roses. Everyone looked at her as she walked down the aisle, her white dress sparkling under the golden chandeliers. The guests whispered among themselves about her good fortune. "She is the luckiest woman alive," they said. "She is marrying Alex, the billionaire." Alex was tall, handsome, and known everywhere for his wealth. He owned companies, lands, houses, and cars that people only saw in magazines. He had been on television many times, giving interviews about his business success. He was a man every woman dreamed of, and Rachel was the one who had captured him. But deep inside Rachel's heart, she knew the truth. She was not marrying Alex because she loved him. She was marrying him because of his money. Rachel had grown up in a struggling family. Her father was a retired civil servant, and her mother sold vegetables in the market. They did their best to provide for her, but life was never easy. She dreamed of luxury silk dresses, diamond jewelry, vacations in Paris, and cars with tinted windows. She believed money was the answer to every problem. So when Alex came into her life, she saw it as an answered prayer. They met at a high-class hotel where she worked as a receptionist. Rachel had practiced how to smile, how to speak softly, how to catch the attention of wealthy men. That day, Alex had walked in with two of his friends for a business meeting. His presence filled the room, and Rachel immediately noticed him. She made sure to greet him warmly, her voice sweet, her eyes sparkling. Alex looked at her, smiled politely, and walked away. But Rachel knew how to play her game. She found excuses to pass by his table, to drop little compliments, to let him notice her. And slowly, Alex did. After weeks of meetings in the same hotel, he asked her name. She answered with charm. Soon after, he invited her for dinner. Rachel's heart raced, not with love, but with excitement. She had caught her big fish. From then on, their relationship moved fast. Alex sent her gifts, expensive perfumes, clothes, even money. She smiled to herself each time. She told herself, "This is the life I deserve." When he proposed after a year of dating, she said yes without hesitation. Her parents cried with joy, believing she was blessed. But Rachel's joy was not in love, it was in wealth. The wedding was the grandest the town had ever seen. The hall sparkled with crystal decorations, musicians played, food and wine flowed like rivers. People came from everywhere to witness it. Rachel's felt like a queen, and Alex treated her kindly, his eyes filled with genuine love. But after the wedding, reality began to unfold. The mansion Alex brought her to was bigger than anything she had ever imagined. It had more than 15 rooms, a swimming pool, a private cinema, and golden furniture. Rachel walked around in amazement, her eyes wide with greed. She whispered to herself, "I will never suffer again." For months, Rachel lived like royalty. She bought the most expensive clothes, traveled to different countries, and showed off her new life on social media. People envied her, and she enjoyed the attention. But while she bathed in luxury, she began to notice things about Alex that troubled her. He was quiet, too quiet. At night, when she tried to talk, he often gave short answers. Sometimes he would sit in his study for hours, staring at old photographs. He rarely laughed, and when he did, it felt forced. Rachel ignored it at first. "As long as he keeps providing, I don't care," she told herself. But soon, something else caught her attention. One night, she woke up thirsty and went downstairs to drink water. As she passed the study, she heard Alex speaking in a low voice. Curious, she peeked through the half-open door. He was on his knees praying. His voice was broken, almost desperate. "God, forgive me. Forgive me for everything. I have everything, yet I am empty. Take away this burden. Do not let her find out the truth." Rachel froze. Her heart raced. What truth? She stepped back quietly and ran to her room. That night she could not sleep. Her mind turned and twisted. What is he hiding? She asked herself. The next morning she pretended as if nothing had happened, but inside, her curiosity burned like fire. She began to watch Alex closely. She noticed he never allowed her to enter his private room in the basement. He always locked it. If she asked, he would say, "It's just an office, nothing important." But Rachel was not satisfied. One afternoon, while Alex was away on a business trip, Rachel searched the house. She tried the basement door, but it was locked. She called the housekeeper and asked casually, "What's in the basement?" The woman's face grew pale. She quickly bowed her head and muttered, "Madam, I don't know. Master keeps it locked. We are not allowed there." Rachel's suspicion grew stronger. When Alex returned, she confronted him. "Why don't you ever let me into the basement? What are you hiding from me?" Alex looked at her with sad eyes. "Rachel, there are things you may not understand. Please trust me. I will tell you when the time is right." But Rachel did not trust him. She wanted to know the truth. One stormy night, when Alex was fast asleep, Rachel searched his pockets and found the basement key. With trembling hands, she went downstairs. She opened the door slowly, the rusty hinges creaking. The smell of dust and old wood filled the air. She stepped inside and turned on the light. What she saw made her heart drop. The walls were covered with photographs of a woman and 2 children. They were smiling in every picture. There were toys neatly arranged on shelves, children's clothes folded in boxes, and letters carefully tied with ribbons. On a table lay a diary. Rachel opened it, and the first page read, "To my beloved wife, Grace, and my children, Daniel and Rose, you will always be my heart." Rachel's hands shook as she read. Page after page revealed the story. Alex had been married before. His wife and children had died in a terrible car accident 5 years ago. He had been driving the car when the accident happened, and though it was not entirely his fault, he blamed himself. The guilt consumed him, and even after building an empire of wealth, his soul remained broken. Tears filled Rachel's eyes. She realized the truth. Alex's money was not the source of his happiness. It was a mask for his pain. She closed the diary quickly when she heard footsteps behind her. It was Alex. His face was pale, his eyes heavy with sorrow. "You weren't supposed to see this," he whispered. Rachel looked at him, her voice trembling. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I knew you didn't marry me for love," Alex replied softly. "You married me for money, and I was too lonely to care. I thought maybe, just maybe, having someone by my side would heal me." Rachel's chest tightened. She wanted to speak, but no words came out. For the first time, she felt ashamed. She realized that she had been chasing money while Alex had been chasing peace. From that day, the mansion no longer felt like a palace to Rachel. The gold, the cars, the diamonds, all of it seemed empty. She saw Alex differently. He was not just a billionaire, he was a man carrying heavy sorrow. Slowly, Rachel began to change. She stopped posting pictures of wealth on social media. She spent more time with Alex, listening to him, encouraging him, trying to be there. It was not easy, because her love for him had not been real at the beginning. But as time passed, her heart softened. She began to admire his strength, his kindness, his wounded soul. For the first time, Rachel realized that money could buy houses, cars, and dresses, but it could not buy peace, love, or healing. And for the first time, she wished she had married Alex for who he was, not for what he had. This is the story of Rachel and Alex. It is not just about wealth, but about truth, pain, and what lies beneath the surface of riches. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.